everybody, it is April and I'm in my craft room and I've got a couple projects that I'm working on today. First thing I'm working on are placemats. So I've cut... Can you say hi?
Hi. And I also play in sand.
All right.
That's what I want to say.
Oh, okay.
That's your turn.
Thank you.
For your turn, it's my turn to talk because you put them on the table.
Okay.
Don't forget.
Okay, you want me to tell you? You want to play until I'm done and then I can tell you and you can do your video?
Just call me when I could say you set them on the table.
Oh, okay.
Just call me when you're done with yours.
Okay, I will.
You got it?
I got it. So I am making these placemats for a friend of mine. So this time I'm going to put right sides together with the batting, and I'm going to use my serger to go around the outside edge and leave a small opening. And then I will turn my placemat right side out. I'll have a small place to close right here, and I plan on just straight line quilting them so that it will be pretty quick to get them done, and I'll show you that now. Alright, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an end. And the beauty of doing them on a serger is you get rid of all those excess edges. And go on the one side so that I can now lift my foot up and go on the other side, allowing me to have an opening. So this leaves me a nice large opening to turn my project right side out. Now this side I'm going to go this way. So here I've got my placemat. Now with the serger I can't really cut the corners, and if I can, I don't know that I can, so I'm not going to try. And just like when you sew on a sewing machine, it is just going to naturally fold over when you pull it. There you go. It folds over. I'm going to clip it, and then I will go around the outside edge and also do my straight line quilting. I just changed my thread to a green thread that I'm going to use to straight line quilt this. And I say straight line quilt, we'll play that by ear, it may be wavy. Alright, since I just changed the bobbin and the upper thread, I want to have a leader and make sure that my stitch looks okay, and it does. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to quilt the outside edge. I'm going to put this on a 1/4 inch seam, and I'm just going to go along the outside so that I can have a nice flat seam on the outside. So now for the straight line quilting, I'm going to straight line quilt it, and I think I'm just going to use this Sew Steady mat. I'm going to start on 2 inches. I'm going to go forward a little, go back a little, and then I'm going to leave this on 2 inches. I think I'm going to do one at 2 inches, another one at 2 inches, and then maybe one in between those. I just want something practically in the middle. And this one, I'm just going to guess, and I think I'm going to make it like a curvy line, just to add a little interest. So that is how you make a cute, quick placemat with some fabric, batting, and your sewing machine. Now my next project is my panel quilt with this panel. And I love this Santa. I just think he is so pretty. What I'm going to do is I am doing a rag quilt. This time I am doing a more traditional rag quilt with flannel in the center instead of batting in between my 2 layers of cotton. Now I've cut out the backing for my Santa, so this is going to be the back of that. I still need to cut out a piece of flannel to go in the center of that. And I'm also doing something a little different on my squares. I have 4 different patterned fabrics that I'm using, and then I'm going to use the same plaid background on the back of the quilt. And then I've got this pattern for the front. I've got this pattern for the front, this pattern for the front, and this pattern for the front. And I am working in 10.5-inch squares this time. But instead of just doing an X through the center, I have some continuous line embroidery designs that I am using to put my 2 pieces of fabric and my flannel together. Let me show you how I'm doing that. So here I have the front. I've got my layer of flannel, and then I have the back. And I am using a quilt, a continuous line quilt design. I will put a link to where I got it. I think it's Embroidery Designs, but don't quote me on that. I will put that down in the description. And I just pulled this out of the embroidery machine. Now, it isn't something that you can see real easily, which is fine because this is a practice. This is something that I've wanted to try, and I decided this would be the perfect opportunity because I am making this Christmas quilt for me. All right, I've got left and right. So what I'm doing is that sandwich piece, I am putting it in the hoop. So I'm going to lift my foot, and I'll attach my hoop, and then I'm going to choose my design. Let me see if I can zoom in. What I did is I loaded my designs to a USB stick. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to page 2, and I'm going to do Christmas ornaments. Now, I haven't used my machine all that much, but I believe what that tells me is that it has adjusted the size of this design to the hoop that I have. That's what I'm thinking, so, you know, if that isn't the case, if you all know better, let me know. All right, so I've got my design chosen. I'm going to pull my thread. I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to click start. I'm going to click stop when it gets to a point away from where my thread is that I was holding. I'm going to snip my thread and then I'm going to let her rip. And I will take it out of the hoop so you can see it. Hopefully. So it's actually easier to see on the opposite side so you can see the ornament design. And it is also on this side, but it's not nearly as easy to see because it's in the red, but it's there. So I have more of my squares to make for my Christmas rag quilt. Once I get all of my squares embroidered and the edges snipped, because I'm going to do pre-snipping like I did before, I'm going to put the sides together and do just like Jenny Doan suggested. I am going to make my panel fit my squares. So I'll let you know how that goes. That's pretty much all I've done today. I'm not sure where this day went. It flew by, but I've got some placemats finished and I'm in the process of making some progress on my rag quilt for Christmas. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more Craft Room Chronicles. I still have pressing to do on some t-shirts. I've got some stainless steel tumblers that I'm going to decorate for gifts. And I know there's more, I'm just not thinking of it right now. So again, subscribe if you want to keep up with what I am working on in my craft room. Cards, I need to make cards too. Share it with your friends and have a great day. Eat some chocolate and be kind to everyone. Until next time, bye. I have 4 different